Hello, my name is Mark Zajac, and in this session we're going to look at data sources for analysis of cybersecurity incidents. Now, analysis can happen in many different phases in the incident management lifecycle. It may happen during the detection process, where you're looking at the initial signs that you may have an event or an incident that's been identified. It could happen during the initial triage of an incident, categorizing what type of activity is happening. It may occur in later incident analysis. Could happen during the response phase or even after coordinating response to an incident, depending on what the purpose of the analysis is and what your goals are. So depending on what type of analysis we're performing and our questions that we want answered, there are going to be a variety of different information or data sources that might be available to us and that we'll want to be aware of so that we can try to identify those sources to answer the questions that are driving our analysis process. So you want to consider, again, what type of analysis, what the purpose, what your goal, what your intention is in identifying the sources that might provide answers to those questions. So consider all the possible options that might exist and be available to you and that might be relevant or useful in answering your questions. All the different systems and devices and connections that might be available between the different information systems on your network might be logging and recording information. It also depends on whether you're trying to analyze information on an incident that happened in the past and you're looking at records or logs that have been recorded on some system, or perhaps you're trying to look at an active ongoing incident and information activity that's happening in real time. So considering where the information might be available, different things that might have happened, changes to the systems, configuration changes could shed some light on what is occurring or what has happened in the past with the intruder. Maybe your goal is to try to identify the root cause. What type of access did the intruder get? What types of tools or exploits might they have used? Did they perhaps exploit a particular type of vulnerability? If those are your questions, again, there are different sources of information to look for to try to answer and identify the information related to those questions. So in this session, we'll look at a variety of mostly internal sources, but also there may be external sources of information that can be useful for you to be aware of that can provide you with more information in your analysis process. Also understanding how these sources of information were created, where they originated, where they were stored, and what they typically would show, what you might expect to see in these sources of information, as well as what is available in your analysis of these information sources can also be useful to you. So some of the issues you'll need to think about in analyzing the different data sources is, where is the data? Who owns that data? If it's on a system or in a location that you may not have direct or ready access to it, how do you obtain access to those data sources or request access to that from the data owners? And when and what kind of information might be more useful or relevant to you, which types of circumstances, depending on what kind of analysis you're trying to perform, and again, what your underlying goals are. So we're going to look at a variety of different types of sources. In the next coming slides, we'll show network data sources, also host or system-based resources, and other types of internal resources that may be available to you. We'll also talk about some of the external sources that may be useful to you depending on the type of incident and what is available. This will include things like not only other information that's available on the internet or through other servers, but also through other types of subject matter experts or external analysts. So first, looking at the network data sources. Typically, if you are part of an incident response team, you may be part of or be working closely with, maybe you have a security operations center in your organization. And that security operations center